So I'm going to show you all the materials that we used for kindergarten for our son and what we are going to be using for our daughter as she comes into kindergarten this coming year. So for math, we love using Saxon Math, and so this is the math that we use, Saxon Math K. And Saxon is awesome because they tell you everything that you need for the day. They break every day down individually, and then they even give you like a script to talk through what you need. So for example, this is lesson 65, tells you the materials you need, what you need to do the night before. If there's any prep, I would say maybe once a week, once every couple weeks there's prep. It's not that often. And then in the morning, what you need to do, and then when you start the lesson off, it gives you even like a sentence, it's in quotes, tells you what to say, and then tells you what the answer would be. We've really enjoyed this curriculum. It's been awesome. So then we have these Brain Quest workbooks. I love these. These are awesome just for kind of like a general synopsis of things. Specifically, I had gotten this because I wanted handwriting for my daughter, but we ended up liking all the different things that they have. So it's like a whole unit of ABCs, phonics, spelling, 1, 2, 3, shapes and colors, patterns, sorting and matching, time and money, community science, fun and games. These are awesome. I got these on Amazon. So then for Bible, we use the Jesus Storybook Bible for the last couple years, really. It's been a very well-loved book, but we would just read a story out of this, and we really loved that. So then for the bulk of our school would be our history, geography, and our literature. And for that, we use Sunlight. We have loved using Sunlight. This one specifically is an older version. I bought it used. But we really love it. It also gives you like it breaks it down day by day and tells you what you're doing. So for example, this would be week 4, and it tells you up here if you're using their Bible, what to do, what stories to read. It tells you history and geography. So it says that in the Child's Encyclopedia, we are reading pages 78 and 79, and we have this Usborne Children's Encyclopedia, another amazing resource book. And so you just open to the specific page it says, and then you would just read about that time period for that day. It's really wonderful. Another great thing about Sunlight is that they give you questions or talking points and things like that. So that's really wonderful for history and geography. And then for the read alouds, we really enjoyed doing all their read alouds. So they give you a book. They tell you what portion of the book you're reading, and I would say most of the time we followed this. Every once in a while we would read a little bit more or a little bit less, but I like to know kind of where they thought we should be, just to kind of give me some parameters. Those were good. Then you have some poetry, Eric Carle's Animals, Animals, and Mother Goose Rhymes. This is a really great curriculum. This is the bulk of our history and geography and literature. We really enjoyed the Sunlight curriculum. And then as far as science goes, so for about 2 years, for kindergarten and first grade for my son, I tried very hard to like the Sunlight Science K. And it's a very similar structure to the history and geography. It gives you the schedule, it tells you what you should be reading the days, and I just didn't end up liking this. So this is what we used for kindergarten, and it has worked for other families, but for our family, this Sunlight Science was not our favorite, but we did use it for kindergarten and first grade. Okay, and then for English, I used Logic of English, and I love this program. This program has been amazing. My son is an excellent reader now, and it was all because of this program. So you start out level A, foundations, and it goes A, B, C, and D that roughly correlate with a little over a semester of school. So we did this for kindergarten, first grade, and the first semester of second grade to get all the way through level D. So this is the teacher's manual, and again, every day it gives you the lesson. Let me open up to one of the lessons. So every day it tells you the lesson, tells you what you're learning, tells you what you need, and then it goes through and you just work down the list. the children have a student workbook that corresponds with this, and so the page corresponds, and it says, this would be lesson 6 in their workbook, Foundations A, so they would know where they were. This is just a really wonderful book, really wonderful curriculum. We have loved it, and I think that it was a great investment for us to invest in this. So other than that, we had just all of our reading that we would do together, and then we would have a little bit of extra just kind of like playtime and that kind of stuff, but that was really what the bulk of our kindergarten year looked like for my son.